Hello, welcome to Edward's Journal. My name is Edward Roberts. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I wanted to talk about something today that I just heard the other day, and it really got the cogs and wheels in my brain clicking and thinking, and that was the sentence, "Life begins at 40." And at first I kind of snickered. I kind of had a laugh and said, haha, I've got a bad back, my knees hurt half the time, and whenever it rains my shoulder clicks. 40's not so awesome. But I started thinking about it more from the fact of mentally, spiritually, where I was at 40 versus every year there prior. And it doesn't have to be 40 right on the button. It could be 39, 35, 42, 45. What I'm getting at here when I heard that was that level of maturity and experience. And I think a lot of young people, I know when I was young, thought I had it all figured out when I was, 17, 18. And I didn't know anything at 17, 18. Like, I look back and I'm embarrassed of the choices I made, the things I said, all in all, the person I was. And I'm sure we all feel like that from time to time, looking back at the foolish things we've said and done in the past. But I'm in my early 40s now, so let's say removed from that version of Edward, 20 years, 2 decades, that's not a short amount of time. That's a murder sentence, yo. But it doesn't feel like a lot of time in the sense that I've become a completely different person. And that's when you think about your mindset, your heart, and your soul, who you really are inside. I like who I am now, and I liked who I was before 40. Not to give too many props here to my wife, but I will say, I think when we met each other was the first domino falling of my new life. And I don't just mean my relationship with her and how we grew together and have a family and are happy together. I just mean that that was the first domino looking back in life to when the gradual change began to sort of get me to where I am now. She seemed like the catalyst, if you will. Other things were happening in my life, whether it was job opportunities, friends, moving residences, moving towns. But I will say meeting her and growing close with her was the first. Again, I just picture dominoes falling in my life, very, very slow dominoes. And that was in my mid to late 20s that we met and got together and started our relationship. So looking back at that, that's roughly, at least 13, if not 15 years of growth to finally get to where I am now, where I am genuinely proud of myself. And I don't just mean on the things I've accomplished in life, I mean like who I am. And I think if you look inside as to who you are, regardless of your age right now, you can look back at yourself and see how much you've changed. So hearing that phrase again, that sentence of life begins at 40, I took it not so much to mean the physical embodiment of being 40 years old, but more so the mindset and who you are as a person, who you really are. I think when you get to be that age, you stop wearing masks. And by masks, I mean facades of people you're trying to pretend that you are, or a persona you're trying to take on. Not to sort of overshare here, but I do like to open up in these videos. That's why the channel is called Edward's Journal. I will say that I've worn a few masks in my time, and most notably, the one I'm probably the most embarrassed of, and looking back on my life, the one that's probably kept the most doors closed on me, whether it was relationships with friends or meeting someone special, was this tough guy facade, this mask of, oh, you better not mess with me. And that really came from growing up really, really poor and tough, hard times. I got picked on in school. People took advantage of me, and there was no opportunities for me. So my biggest fear was being bullied and having somebody take something from me or try to put me in my place. So I put on this mask of, I was crazy, I was strong, and if you mess with me, oh boy, the sword of Damocles is coming for you. And looking back at that, I had friends my whole life, but deep down inside, I wonder if those friends secretly kind of feared me, and that makes me sick to think about now. And I think about friends that maybe I wasn't that close to, and that was probably why. They thought I was dangerous or unpredictable, or maybe they just wanted somebody, I don't know, to be nice and friendly. And I'm not saying I was never nice and friendly, especially with people I was close to. I could let my guard down with and sort of show them the real me, but that's just an example of a mask I wore for a lot of years that I completely throw in the garbage now. I am a strong person. I don't need to wear a facade or a mask to pretend that I am. And when I think back about that, maybe that's the fake it till you make it mentality. If you can fake that you are something like confidence. I've seen a lot of times people say to have confidence, starting off at baseline 0, you kind of got to fake a bit of confidence, and then eventually people around you will see that you're confident and you'll genuinely be a confident person. I've lived a little bit of that, and that's absolutely true from my experience. But the tough guy facade, I mean, I think I pushed away a lot more people that I could have been close with, and that makes me sad. And at least I've identified why I was wearing that mask, and I can comfortably throw it away. When I say I'm strong now, I don't mean I'm some tough guy that goes and pushes people around. I'm a very peaceful man, but I can handle a lot of things. I can weather the storm, if you will, put up my shield and prepare for battle when I have to. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of who I am now. And I think if you look inside yourself and think to yourself that maybe you're not who you want to be, or maybe you're still wearing a mask that you don't need anymore, I'm here to tell you that you can throw that away. And you're going to be different people over the course of your life. Like, I'm still Edward Roberts, and I always will be, but the Edward Roberts that I was 20 years ago versus the Edward Roberts I am here before you today were completely different people, and I genuinely don't really like that guy, and I am very happy and very proud of this guy here. And I just think if that can inspire you to maybe not wait till you're 40 to see that happen for you, then that would be amazing. If you could be in your 20s, your 30s, whatever age you are, maybe you're past 40 and you're in your 50s and you still haven't reached that level yet. Everybody's growth is different. Everybody has catalysts in their life that push you to different things, greater things, high times, low times, what have you. And I think all of these experiences shape who we are on the inside. So if you're looking for that person inside yourself, I urge you to be who you truly are when you're ready to be, and take off those masks and throw them away when you're ready to. It's just my 2 cents. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm teeny tiny now, but I know someday that this channel could grow to be big and I could reach more people, and that would really mean a lot to me. And it all starts with you. If you don't mind subscribing, leaving me a comment, I would absolutely love to hear from you. And until next time, know that you are very appreciated. Take care.